Hey everyone, here's wishing all of you a very happy new year, and I hope 2020 and the decade ahead prove to be wonderful years of parenting for all of you out there. If you have a young child today, you most probably grew up as an 80s or 90s kid. Those were the days. Remember how we used to sit with our families and laugh our guts out watching shows like Small Wonder or Dekh Bhai Dekh or Full House? Or who can forget the Sunday mornings where everybody around us, grandparents, parents, kids, neighbors, pets, everybody used to come together to watch Ramayana or Mahabharata together. All of us used to so fondly share that one creature called the idiot box, which used to be placed in the center of the drawing room. Funnily, it actually used to help bind families together. Cut to 2020, each of us have our own personal idiots. We are in our own tech bubbles. It has wreaked havoc in our lives. Childhoods have been disrupted. It has caused a variety of lifestyle-related hazards. And still, we insist on calling these new idiots smart devices. How ironic. So we all, of course, do realize that excessive screen time is detrimental to all of our health. But for today's discussion, let's zero in on the kids. Let's really delve into what is it that we can do as young parents to manage screen time of our children. Before we go any further, why don't you write down in the comment section below and tell me how do you stop your children from watching too much TV or spending too much time on the phone. If you are here for the first time, my name is Pallavi. I'm an early childhood education researcher and parenting mentor, and I address a variety of issues and topics that you have as a young parent and are not sure where to find the answers. Do have a look at all my other videos as well, and subscribe to our channel, GetSetParent. So we went out and asked kids across the country what makes them happy. And here's what they had to say.
Friends, my father, my mother, chocolates, crackers, spending time with mommy and baba, Jadoo, making slime and playing basketball, listening to stories, little kids, playing Pakram Pakrai with my friends, explore nature, playing in the park, love playing with my younger brother.
Even though I can guarantee a lot of these children do get enough screen time, clearly those experiences were neither memorable nor engaging. They were just watching TV as a form of killing time. Which brings us to the important question, what do we mean by excessive screen time? The American Pediatric Association and the World Health Organization have put out the following screen limits that I'll share with you, and these seem to be the most accepted numbers globally. Dear parents, these screen limits and guidelines have been set. Obviously, you cannot follow this every single day, but as long as you are able to do it 90% of the time and you feel you have been able to maintain a good balance with your kids, you should feel comfortable. What constitutes screen time? The way we have been interacting with screens has undergone a drastic transformation over the last many years. Today, there are broadly 4 categories of screen consumption that we talk about. 1. Passive consumption. This one is the real culprit, and you want your kids to get away from this as much as possible. 2. Interactive consumption. 3. Content creation. And 4. Communication. While some of these are clearly beneficial to your child and have creative output as well, do make sure that you still limit it to the prescribed screen limits as discussed in the previous section. There are some very interesting rules and tips that families across the world are following these days to ensure a balance in their families as far as screen time is concerned. I'm going to share a few with you today. Do try them out and maybe you can make your new rules as well. Number 1, screen time is a privilege and not a right. If kids are done with their homework, their chores, their sleep and any other thing that you want them to do, that's where they earn their right to get some screen time. Point number 2, designate media-free zones in the house. Bedrooms, study rooms can be completely devoid of screens, and all screens are restricted to common areas like the dining hall, the drawing room, and the family room. Number 3, detox vacations. Number 4, no screen time during travel or in the car. Number 5, no screen time during meals. And number 6, no screen time an hour before bedtime. The blue light emitted by phones actually tricks the body into believing that it is daytime, and hence sleep issues can be caused in children. One of the things that you need to make sure of is that the entire family is on board these family rules. What is counterproductive is that you maintain it and the kids go to grandparents' houses or relatives' houses and have unending screen time there. How often has it happened that you walk into the room, switch off the mobile phone or switch off the TV when your child is engrossed in his cartoon or on his video game? You are bound to be met with a meltdown or a huge temper tantrum. That's because the mental high that the child was on while he was engrossed in the video has come crashing down. This is not advisable at all. I'm going to share with you 4 tips to ensure you manage screen time transitions properly with your child. 1. Expectation setting. Try to begin a screen session with a clear indication of permitted time. Rohan, you get 10 minutes and then you have to switch it off, okay? Number 2, pick the viewing time carefully. Plan it around natural transitions so that the child is suddenly not lost as to what he or she needs to do after the video is turned off. For example, hi sweetheart, you can watch 3 stories, but after that we need to go and have bath, okay? Or, sweetie, you need to finish your videos and then we go for lunch, okay? Number 3, always try to announce a 5-minute wind-up alert. For example, Tara, how's your video going? You have 5 minutes, okay darling? You have to switch off the tab after 5 minutes. Number 4, give your child time to wrap up or save his or her creation. Darling, how is it going? Can you save your paintbrush work now, or may I help you save it? We'll continue again tomorrow, okay? Children are creatures of routine. As long as you're consistent and maintain the routine, you will find that your kids will cooperate with the plans that you have set for them. So here are some ideas on how you can limit screen time for your children at home. Number 1, set the example. Be seen as a parent who's doing different things at home apart from being glued to the phone. Of course, as adults, we do need extra screen time, but try and find them when your children are asleep or they go out, not necessarily in front of them. Number 2, keep them busy and give them alternatives. Hobby classes, painting at home, musical instruments, sports, whatever the activity, give them something that they can do apart from switching on the TV. Number 3, an hour of unstructured playtime. It's okay if your child gets bored and you see some tears or him asking you, what am I supposed to do now? It's all right. Don't jump in to give them a solution. In fact, boredom is known as the first stage of creativity. So allow them to go through that desperation of being bored, and maybe they can come up with something at the end of that 1 hour. Number 4, slightly controversial, but families also do consider cutting their cable subscription. The unending number of channels and continuous hours of TV content can actually be detrimental to your entire planning. Move to Netflix, Amazon Prime, where you have on-demand viewing options instead. Number 5, guided viewing. Small children benefit a lot from this. Ask questions and talk to them while their movie or cartoon is on. What do you think this character is doing? Would you like to do something differently? Are you feeling bad about what's going on in the movie? This will help you relate to what's going on in the child's mind while he or she is connecting with the content. Number 6, and I think the most important, good old family viewing time, just like the old days. Try finding a show or a movie that caters to all of your interests even if it's just on a weekend, and enjoy it as a family activity. Dear parents, do try some of these tips and tricks that I've shared with you today on how to manage screen time for your children. Make it fun, make it inclusive, and if you all have to cheat together on the rules, do it together and make that a family activity as well. So till then, subscribe on my channel, like and share the video. Press the bell icon to be the first to view the next video that I post. Till then, get set parent.